Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of VAB Projects. Today I want to show you what's inside an AC compressor. This model right here, it's a Delphi CA3. So this is from my Opel Insignia and it's broken. I needed to change this because basically my guess is that it's run out of oil and the pieces inside got broken and doesn't create pressure anymore. Anyway, I will open it and show you exactly what's inside and how to disassemble and to put it back together. This model specifically has an oil reservoir right here, and before you put it on the car you will have to check if there is oil inside, and if it's not, you will definitely need to add some oil before putting it on the car. Here on the label it says that it needs 150 grams of oil, and give you the code of the oil or equivalent, and that's why I think this got broken, because it ran out of oil. No one checked before if it has any oil or anything, and it got stuck. So I will start disassemble it and I will show you exactly what's inside and how to disassemble this. Okay, so I will start by removing the clutch and the belt wheel, or how it's name, I don't know exactly. You need a socket of 8mm socket, and this was already loosened, so you unscrew this bolt. Okay, and this is part of the clutch. It comes out. It has here a spring, which, let me show you better. Okay, so this is mounted right here. You unbolt the screw, it's getting out, so be careful, because in here they usually have these small spacers. In my case it's only one. I hope the phone focus, sorry for the bad quality, but in other cases it's possible to be more than one. So it's carefully when you disassemble one, if you have to disassemble one, to not lose that, because that will, it's adjusting the distance between this plate and this one. So when the compressor isn't working or the clutch isn't actionated, this wheel springs freely on the bearing. As you can see in this case, I can spin the wheel, but the axle, it doesn't spin. Okay, so this spring or clip or whatever it called, it has a position here, so I remove it. Okay, and because I disassembled it before, this will come out pretty simple. So this is the flywheel, or wherever, the belt wheel, which is on a bearing and spin freely. Okay. Then you will have another spring inside of here. Just a second to show you. So you see the spring right there, and that one needs to be removed as well. Let me grab a tool to remove it. Mine is already removed, but I need something to pull it out. Okay, so I removed the spring. I already had to have them removed. And this is actually it's the magnet. It's an electromagnetic one. It's engaged with tension from the battery. I will remove this plug also with an 8mm or a screw. I will use this and I will remove it. Okay, small bolt. So this comes loose, and the electromagnetic clutch comes out just like this. So it's not something super hard, it's just mounted here like this and you pull it out. Of course you have to be careful on his position. He has a pin here, and this pin goes only one way in this groove. Sorry for bad focusing, in this groove right here, and that prevents him from spinning. So my clutch, it's good on this AC compressor, so this is the only part good. So now you have 5 bolts actually here, and one here, but this one doesn't need to be removed. So I will unscrew these 5 bolts and slowly start to show you what's inside. So with a 30mm socket you can loosen these bolts. Okay. There are also 2 bolts right here with a nimbus. So these screws are pretty long. 1, 2 are the same. So the order on mounting them is not such important. Okay, so I remove all 5 bolts. Now I will remove these 2. Just let me find socket. No, not this one. So you remove these two. I don't know I think it's a 6mm or something imbus. So these are the bolts. Another one. Okay. And okay. Kind of hard for me to film it with one hand. So now this piece, which has a seal here, will come out from the axles like this, and this is how it looks inside. You can't go wrong when you put it back. Actually, this plate right here, it comes separately. Let me try to extract her. So as I told you, this is the basic seal, or whatever you want to call it. It's a metal plate that goes on this cap or piece that holds the axle. It's interesting because this haven't got any bearing or nothing inside. So yeah, this goes here. It's followed by this plate which has some lips that move. It's a metal one. Okay. Next, what you can see here are the pistons. 5 pistons that create the pressure. This I will, and the back here is the same. So we have the cap with the seal, similar with that one in the front, and the plate, which is exactly the same as the front plate. I will actually remove it to show you what's in that. So here is it's very similar with that one, the front one. As you can see in mine, there are still many aluminum debris from the pieces inside that got broke. So definitely, when you have a good one, when you disassemble it, these old pieces has to be clean with no metal debris on it or something like this. Only oil and remaining of freon. Okay, I will put this back for now. So here is the front. You can see the piston, and in the back it's pretty much same construction. Okay, now In my case, I don't know if it shows, but you can see through. So this will be, it breaks in half from here. I will show you in a minute. Okay, so mine came off pretty easy because it was disassembled before, but when you disassemble it, try to keep this part fixing something in this device and tack with a hammer slowly here and here and all around if you can, until this piece will gently slide out the axles and the pistons. So see, like this. Now you can see here there are some grooves in it. Okay, and these grooves, it's actually it's a bearing. So there are some small rolls like needles which turns like that. Okay, so this is the bearing from the front piece. I will put it here. So inside are the pistons. They have some, not balls, but I will show you because I will remove this. And this flywheel which is tilt on the axle. Now I will remove it from here to show you exactly, on my case, what's broken and how these pistons are mounted on this flywheel with the small things inside. I can with one hand, but you simply have to pull each out gentle, or just try to push it from this side. I will get them out and then I will show you. Okay, so this is the back side. Here has a metal gasket. I bend it, but it's here. And these are the actual pistons. They are looking like this, and here they have some half ball or something that go inside this slot. And then on this, like this. So there are 5 of them with no O-rings, no other plates. They're just okay. So this is the part which is mounted on the axle. Mine, as you can see, has a piece broken. I just glued them that there to just have them. Here are also 2 bearings which look like this. And on mine, I want to show you what happened. one of the pistons was stuck to this plate, nearly, I can say, welded because of lack of oil, and it has some grooves on them. This plate has the same groove, and it's engaged by the shaft or the axle. But in my case, because of one of the pistons gets stuck and basically welded on this plate, the shaft started to spin freely inside of this, because this is from sort of aluminum or something, and all the grooves inside of this were gone, so the shaft will spin freely, and that's why all the metal debris inside the compressor. So basically this is what is inside of an AC compressor, in my case this Delphi. So as I told you, the piston goes something like this on this wheel, and as it spins they move up and down in the channel from the housing or the shell. So yeah, this is pretty much it, what's inside of a AC compressor. This plate, when the pressure gets created by the freon, they open and shut to let the freon come in and then not going back on the installation, or at least this is how I think it works. So yeah, pretty much these are all the parts of an AC compressor. So now I will put it back together. I will just want to show you what's inside. Basically, putting it back together, it's similar with disassemble it. It will be a little bit tricky when you have to mount the shaft this on the housing and then fit all the pistons, but it's not impossible, so it's doable. So yeah, pretty much these are all the components inside of an AC compressor. I hope this will help you getting the idea of how the compressor works. Okay, so if you like the video, please like and share, and also hit the subscribe button, and I will see you on the next one. Bye bye.